Yesterday, two Gen Zs, Awan Peter Muteti and Billy Mwangi, were abducted. Here are their images on the screen right now. Now, if you look at it, these are actually very young guys. I would dare say some of them are in their early 20s, probably 21 or 19 thereabout. Now, why were they abducted? Turns out it's because of publicizing AI pictures where they put the president of Kenya in a coffin. In other words, depicting his death. Now, in this video, I want us to look into who abducted them, what their parents are going through, and finally KOT's response, because turns out people are very angry about this abduction. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, one of the top reasons why Peter Muteti and Billy Mwangi were abducted is an earlier warning from Ali Hassan Joho. Joho warned that they will deal with youths who are creating coffins using AI and putting leaders inside them. Here's the tip.
Inchi hii, wacha niseme mimi, na kama wamejama wanaweza bust. Your Excellency, forgive me. This is the only country that someone takes to social media. Anatengeza hapo kaburi, alafu anaombea viongozi mabaya. Na unataka tukuangalie? Ama wewe unakaa hapo, you've become an expert of everything. Everything. Now let me tell you why I have decided to respond to you. Because we go out there, Your Excellency. The last time I was with you in New York, mimi nilipanga wawekezaji kwa room. And 90% of the questions kuhusu kuwekeza katika Kenya were informed by some busy body participation on social media.
Now, I just hope that as a form of revenge, the government won't be looking to put those Gen Zs in coffins themselves, because that will be taking this country back to the dark days of Moi, when all opposers will be tortured or go missing. So at the end of the day, it kind of looks like that Joho threat is being seen through. Now, I want you guys to just listen into the kind of pain that the father is going through. Here's a tip.
Akaniambia kijana hapo alikuwa hapa anangojea tani yake ya kunyolewa, kukakuja double cabin silver pickup, ikakuja na screeching stop, ikasimama, wakaendea kijana wakamchukua juju, wakamtupa kwa gari. Akauliza nini nimefanya, wakamwambia utajulia bere. Those guys walikuwa mabaunza, strong guys. Wakamwambia wewe kijana, ingia, wacha maswali. Na walikuwa wamefunga mask, walikuwa hooded. Mimi hii serikali nilifanyia campaign ile hujaiona. Tukiwa na governor sisi Rebalile anaweza sema hapa tulifanyia hii serikali campaign mpaka ikashita. Mimi naomba Ruto, president, mimi namuomba tafadhali Ruto, mimi nibuka, mimi mzee, kama ni wewe uko na hiyo kijana, kama ni serikali iko na hiyo kijana, tafadhali mimi naomba.
So please, those abducting children on Christmas, that is very diabolical of you. Just arraign the two Gen Zs in court and give them a fair trial. There is no need to kill them, torture them, or even frustrate them, because it actually doesn't help. Right now, those pictures of the president in a coffin are even spreading like wildfire on social media. And the ones who did this thing wanajulikana. Martha Koome told us they are located in Karen, next to the DP's residence. Here's the tip.
We have credible sources who have indicated that there is a special abduction / killer squad, which is comprised of both police and army officers. And this squad, we are told reliably, is based somewhere in Karen, near the DP's residence, and another wing of it is based in Orepolos, in Kajiado. These people also are joined, and mainly this squad is drawn from Dr. Ruto's ethnic community. We are not saying it's all members of the community, but this squad is made up of people he has picked from his community. They are also joined, we are reliably told, by foreigners, fellow East Africans from Burundi, from DRC, and from Uganda, and God knows where else. A regime that finds it necessary to create a squad outside of official channels to abduct, murder, and terrorize citizens is a regime that has lost legitimacy and that should be forced out of power.
So if the group is known, I don't know why they are behaving like this. If there is someone insulting the president, especially these young guys who are 20, 19, just by taking them to court, that is enough to deter some of these people. There are people who have never put on a suit and had to appear before a judge. The day they do that, they will say, okay, let me back up, let me stop what I'm doing. I've seen the path where this leads. I need to focus on school. I have a cut. I have a term paper to deliver, a group assignment, end of semester exam. I need to show my GPA to my parents. Let me not do this. That will be more than enough. But what these guys are doing, thinking they are helping the politicians, is not helpful. This story has been covered by Citizen. Larry Madowo has retweeted that story. He's an international journalist. So this story is also with CNN and Al Jazeera. They are saying there's a lot of abductions in this country. Remember Meg Whitman, the former ambassador of America to Kenya? She also called out this administration for abductions. So this doesn't help the politicians of the day. It actually tarnishes their names even further. You know, sometimes if you let some of these guys in the various police units or these secret units which are being put together for nefarious reasons, if you let them have their way, they can easily send somebody home or make the masses turn against the person who's leading the nation or leading the county or leading whatever division. It doesn't help. It's the same way with that case of Bruce, the gentleman from Mombasa who was insulting Governor Ahmed Nasir and the mother. The things he said were terrible. But him getting raped and the video being recorded, it really hurt the public image of Governor Abdul Swamad. He may not even have been involved in what happened to Bruce. Some misguided loyalists, they go do what they think is right, na wanakuharibia. So these people who are abducting these youths, wameleta picha mbaya kwa news, kwa gazeti, social media, everywhere the story of abduction is now back in propagation. They have not helped anything. And if these boys never turn up, now it will move from abduction to state killings. Now everybody will be saying that was state killings because they were abducted. People saw them being abducted in broad daylight. And where are they? If December waonekani, January waonekani, February we finish a year, we'll know they were killed. So this is not helpful. I really don't understand whoever sent those goons to do that. Anasaidia aje rais ama serikali. What are you gaining? Either way, here's KOT's response on the matter, and I quote, King Melvin said, "This habit of leaders getting offended by the dumbest things is common in Africa. How do you arrest people for sharing AI-generated images of you? It's ridiculous. What's even weirder is how they never seem to get offended by things that actually matter, like poor service delivery or failing systems. No outrage there. But harmless memes? That's where they draw the line. The real problem is these old guys think they can approach governance the same way they did parenting back in the 1800s by forcing respect out of fear." I won't finish the tweet, it's quite lengthy. Jackson Tochi said, "The chains of injustice are heaviest when carried in silence. Tusichoke kupuliza. Where are Peter Muteti and Billy Mwangi?" Wallace Njenga said, "Kenyan activism needs to change from character assassination to bold discourse on issues affecting the nation. We need a rethink of how and what to share on social media platforms. You don't have to be disrespectful to authority to be seen or heard." Rush said, "Surely, even if you hate someone too much, there's boundaries. The boys took it too far. In some countries, this equals to death sentence. Assuming you met such images of yourself or your loved ones, would you be smiling? Your answer is as good as my guess." Jaguar Not Paul said, "There's a thin line between free speech posts and treasonous posts, which many Kenyans are struggling with." Dave Best said, "Which country is this? The government kidnaps kids for sharing AI images. Wow, just wow. Which era are we living in? Stone Age?" Sheriff said, "I thought William Ruto promised that there would no longer be abductions in this government. What's not happening? Are the police no longer obeying their boss?" And Amakanji finally said, "Young people need to be cautious in what they do. These jokes stretch too far, and engagement farmers need to look for other ways of getting Elon's money." But what say you guys? Do drop me your own comments in the comment section below. Do you think these two young men were being very reckless by putting the president in a coffin while he's still living and breathing? And was the retaliation just in measure, or was it off the books and downright illegal? Just drop me your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Ofula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.